Push. That's it. Push it on. Did it. Project car's coming along nicely. It's running, driving, not quite roadworthy, but a lot of fun for a little boy. Go! Turn that way. Go! Uh-oh, stop!
And he's going to crash it to a bin.
You start to go here. So here's the big pile of parts I'm going to get powder coated, and I've got the subframes over here, including the brace, and I think that should be all good to go now. Well, I've managed to get them all to fit in the boot, so hopefully they got space and time to take it. So I'm going to try and take it up to powder coating now. Pallet all dropped off, all ready to go with DCS powder coating. Well, so now the subframes and wishbones are all off for powder coating. I've got to make a little bit of space to accommodate it all when it comes back. Looking forward to it. My pile of parts to recondition's got quite small now. Powder coating's due to be completed for next Friday, so hopefully the next day working on this will be collecting the frames. So I've still got the gearbox to tidy up. I've got a couple of new seals for either end to put in, and I do still need to fill it with fluid and not forget the little tower at the back, because it's an independent one, as I've learned. One drive shaft to tidy up, prop shaft to clean up, PPF just going to clean that and maybe just give it a light dusting to brighten it up a bit. I've decided I'm not going to split the diff, I'm just going to clean it up. The bushes are quite soft, not too bad, but I do have polybush ones, so I might burn those out, but probably not today because it's a day where people might have their washing out. So that's on the list, and then it's just taking the brake calipers to pieces, painting them up, rebuilding them, and yeah, making good progress really. And the steering column, which is obviously going to be fairly exposed, I was just going to tidy that up and give it a little lick of paint. I managed to get some bolts, some spares, so they seem to be in quite good condition. So when I'm going through and putting everything back together, I'll pick the best bolt for the job, so I can do it all as tidy as possible. And I think I'll just give them all a bit of a Q-rust and a zinc coat just to tidy them up as well. But I think I just got to go and change my clothes quickly, and then I can get started. Oh, and I also need to change the rear main on the engine, and put a bit of sealant around the back of the sump because there's a slight weep from it. I don't fancy taking the whole sump off just yet, so I'll just clean out what I can see and reseal around the edge, because you're not going to see it. It's at the back of the engine where the clutch is. Yeah, let's crack on. Right, so just pulled off the little gator, the clutch fork, and the throw-out bearing. So the throw-out bearing will get replaced when I finally get a clutch, hopefully next month. But yeah, full of horrible grease and throw-off. So I'm hopefully just going to give it a bit of a clean up and then see what we've got. I do have a seal, which I believe is for the front part of the gearbox, but there's also no sign of anything leaking. So if it's not broke, don't fix it. So I'm going to have a little look and make a call in a bit, maybe watch a YouTube video about changing it and see if it's worth doing or not. But I have also got one to do the back, which I think is worthwhile doing, because that one's very grubby. I think that'll probably do for now. Right, so while paint is drying, I'm going to have a little go at cleaning up the back end of this. Now, with this type of seal before, I've always had success with just putting a screw in and pulling, but this is a fairly large seal, so I might have to do a few of them and work my way around bit by bit. So I'll try not to disturb my fresh silicone, so I'll start at the top. Right, so that concludes another Friday morning. I've managed to get the gearbox looking nice, change the seal on the back, and I've managed to reseal the back of the engine and change the rear main seal. So yeah, not a lot ticked off today, but it's something ticked off, and that's all I've got time for. So yeah, on to the next day.
So unfortunately it's another Friday morning and I've just called the powder coating people and they haven't done it yet. So it's going to be next week now before powder coating turns up, but there's always still more things to do, and I'm going to have a little go and see if I can get these bushes out the diff. I don't really want to have to burn them out if I don't have to, because it makes quite a mess, but if need be, I'll resort to it. I'm going to just see if I can lever them up at all, because I think they're a pressed insert at the top. So we'll see if I can just get them out that way. But I'm sure it'll take a long time and be a little bit boring, so I'll stick it in time lapse. Right, so I'm going to try and pop the bushes in. I'm fairly sure they just go in from the top, bit on the bottom, and some grease around them, and the bar through the middle. Yeah, kind of not 100% sure on the silver being at the front, but I didn't want to have a silver gearbox, black PPF and then a black diff, because I quite like the idea of keeping the contrast between the parts as they join together. So don't have black necessarily touching black, although I'll probably do the drive shaft in black down the middle, which is just contradicting myself, but I kind of wanted something orange and bright at the back that wasn't just the bushes, because there's something bright and orange at the front being the engine. Let's see if this is going to be an easy fit. That slid in beautifully. Not going to speak too soon on the fitment of these cheap bushes being okay, because there's still a lot to go, but those ones are pushing in nicely. And I think I have to push these ones in the top now, and probably also a bit of grease, which I've forgotten already, so grab some. Again, I don't really think the grease is that critical for these bits, but it's not going to do any harm having it there. Started. This one started as well. Yep. Grease can go in again. Just tap them in with a hammer, I think. I also realise I contradict myself by putting orange bushes in an orange section of frame, but this area of the car is so invisible unless I roll it or put it on a ramp, then I think I will live with the orange on orange clash. Get rid of the excess down here as well. I seem to remember with my other car, when the diff was about to get fitted, these little rings that go on the bottom just kept falling off all the time until it was actually fitted on the car. And the fact that this is now so greasy, I imagine we're probably going to have the same again. Took a bit of paint off. I want to notice. As usual, I'm impatient when it comes to allowing paint sufficient time to dry, so I don't. I also have such a small amount of time every week to work on things that if it means sacrificing a little bit of paint finish in an area which isn't really going to be seen, then I will quite happily live with that. Right, there we go. That's looking good. Now I need to pop the rest of the inserts on the bottom. Right, they just go this way up because they sit on the little cups. So push and he's on. Easy peasy. Likewise, push and he's on. One Torsen Type 2 4.1 diff ready to go back on. Just need my subframe now. Yeah, looking really good. So now, apart from one drive shaft, one prop shaft, steering rack and brakes and fuel tank, I've got a nice load of shiny parts, which is basically all ready for the skate now. So got my nice looking diff, which will hopefully be a cheeky little bit of orange underneath at the back. Gearbox looking lovely, just needs some fluid in it. Still going to do the oil change on the engine, but I was just going to put it off until it was all back up and do it then. But yeah, lots of nice little bits that are looking all smart, and the PPFs come up nicely. So I think I've just noticed that I've got a different diff lower bracket to the one that came off this diff. This one's got 2 bolt mounting holes, that one's got 1 bolt mounting hole, so although I've cleaned this one up and painted it, I'll probably clean that one up and paint it instead, because that one seems to be the best match for this diff because it's only got 1 hole to screw it into, but the little figure of 8 top bit seems exactly the same, so I'll do that. Yeah, just need my subframes now. Hurry up DCS please.